President Biden only commenting briefly when asked about the plea agreement that his son Hunter struck with federal prosecutors. Guilty pleas on a pair of misdemeanor counts of failing to pay his income tax and working to avoid a felony firearm-related charge.
I'm very proud of my son.
Shortly before that, the White House put out a statement saying, quote, "The president and first lady love their son and support him as he continues to rebuild his life. We will have no further comment." Former President Trump, meanwhile, reacting to the deal on his own social network, saying a sweetheart deal for Hunter and Joe as they continue their quest to get Trump. And he's not alone in that criticism today among Republicans. CNN's Evan Perez joins us now with more on that. Evan, first, let's talk about this plea deal and what you can tell us as, this investigation had been going on for so many years. How did they come to this agreement today?
Yeah, this is 5 years in the making, Caitlin, and the bottom line is that prosecutors are expected to recommend no prison time, no prison time for Hunter Biden as a result of this plea deal in which he is pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor counts for failing to file taxes on time in 2017 and 2018. There's a separate agreement for this gun charge. This is for him purchasing a firearm during a time that he has spoken publicly about his addiction to drugs, and so he should not have been able to buy that firearm. He lied on the federal form when he purchased it. Under this deal, if he completes the terms that the court will assign to him, he gets it expunged. It goes away at the end of this, and so those are the terms of the deal. We do believe this is the deal that certainly was weeks and months in negotiations in the making. Caitlin.
Yeah, and I imagine, obviously, we saw from Republicans responding almost immediately after this was reported from these court filings from the DOJ, saying essentially that they believe that this was an unfair deal that was cut because he is the president's son. What else were they saying, Evan?
Yeah, this is just a preview of what I think you're going to hear from Republicans who believe that there's a lot more here to investigate involving the president's son and also other members of the family. Here's just a sample of what they were saying today.
It continues to show the two-tier system in America. If you are the president's leading political opponent, the DOJ tries to literally put you in jail and give you prison time. If you are the president's son, you get a sweetheart deal.
I wonder if people that have been investigating the Bidens knew about the shell companies, if they knew about the money laundering, and if they knew about the money wires. I think the U.S. Attorney will be invited to testify to some committee.
The Department of Justice offered Mr. Hunter Biden a really good deal. I think the American people are still curious about where the real money came from and what he did for it.
And Caitlin, look, the FBI and the IRS spent years investigating many of the things that you just heard some of the lawmakers mention, including allegations of money laundering, allegations of foreign lobbying, business dealings in Ukraine and China, and this is where they ended up.
Yeah, and that was when there was a Trump-appointed Attorney General in leading the Justice Department. Trump was in office. We'll get to that in a moment. Evan Perez, thank you. Joining us now, conservative lawyer and Washington Post contributing columnist George Conway. You heard what the Republicans were saying immediately. Do you think there's any outcome of this that would have satisfied congressional Republicans?
No, absolutely not. I mean, if they had brought a RICO charge against Hunter Biden, they would be complaining that what took you so long? It's purely performative and it's purely reflexive, and shown by the fact that when Donald Trump's indictment came down, they didn't bother to read it to criticize it. And here it's just, they were just omitting to ignoring the fact that this investigation was conducted by a Trump appointee, a Republican U.S. attorney, who was allowed to stay on and told, you need to follow up on this, you need to finish this, and we're not going to interfere with you. And I can't imagine, after a 5-year investment from the DOJ, this U.S. Attorney's Office, which actually had to bring in people from other states to make sure that there was no home state favoritism here in Delaware. The fact is that this U.S. attorney attorney invested 5 years in this, and I can't imagine he wouldn't have brought a charge if there was a bigger charge if there wasn't one warranted.
Yeah, and you mentioned him, that attorney David Weiss, and he said in a letter to Jim Jordan that was sent just about 2 weeks ago, I want to make clear that as the Attorney General has stated, I have been granted ultimate authority over this matter, including responsibility for deciding where, when, and whether to file charges. But Republicans are downplaying that he was the one doing this investigation.
Right. They're downplaying that because they want to push this narrative of two-tier justice system. And they really don't. I mean, if Hunter Biden, let's say, if the former president's son had been charged, or the former president has been investigated for all sorts of tax issues. He has paid minimal amounts of taxes over a number of years. And these same Republicans are the people who basically say that's a witch hunt, and they refuse to look at that. And they're the same people who basically who basically want to cut IRS funding. And at the same time, if the son of the president, of former president, like Don Jr. or somebody, I mean, I'm not saying he has some kind of a drug problem or anything like that, but if he were to have done the same thing, they would be marching in the streets complaining that their Second Amendment rights are violated.
The one thing we do know is that Republicans still have control of the House. James Comer is still the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, and today he was saying, we're not going to rest until the full extent of basically their investigations into the Biden family are done, even though they haven't uncovered, any wrongdoing from the president. But James Comer did list a variety of crimes, of allegations, talking about wire fraud, money laundering, racketeering. Evan noted that this investigation has been going on for 5 years. Is there any way that the Justice Department would have found any credible evidence of that, but only gone forward with what they did in the plea deal?
It's just inconceivable. I mean, it is just inconceivable. And if the Justice Department, if Maine Justice had done anything to try to interfere with this investigation in Delaware, I can't imagine that there wouldn't have been criticism that leaked out, as we've seen in other cases. So I think that it's just, it's just political opportunism. It's false equivalence. It's all the things that we've seen from the Republicans when it relates to doing what they can to protect Donald Trump.
George Conway, thank you.